Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will be brief. But I have to clarify for my constituents back home as I hear fear-mongering that's went out about this great increase in rates going up. We've watched rates go up by more than 50% over the last 10 years in my area, and it's all because of regulations. So there's a lot of fear-mongering going on right now, but the truth is, as the gentleman from Hopkins said, this doesn't prevent the shutdown of coal-fired plants. This just puts a process in place where they have to get approval. You see, we're forgetting that the majority of these utility companies are investor-owned, and their bottom line, quite frankly, is making a profit for their investors. And so what they're doing is, because of the subsidies that the federal government is handing out to them to move towards this new renewable energy that has proven time and time again that it's not sustainable, that it's not reliable, and it's certainly not cheap, but they're getting that money to invest in that, and that's exactly what they're doing. This is about profits. This is about profits. And as the gentleman from Perry said, due to all this, they have decimated our economy. They've decimated our employment in eastern Kentucky. We've got thousands of men and women out of work because it does not just impact the coal industry. It impacts other industries that are involved in it, right down to your grocery stores and convenience stores. When there's no money flowing in your area, then those jobs are lost as well. So there's a trickle-down effect of that. And the fact of the matter is, a few weeks ago, for those of you all that weren't there, we had some of the utility companies coming in questioning why we had these brownouts back in this cold snap we had in December. And I asked two very simple questions, Mr. Speaker, to the representative from the TVA, because when he got up, he said that their mission was to provide the cheapest, most dependable energy to their customers that they could provide. And I asked him, I said, which is more dependable? I said, renewables or coal? His answer, coal. Most dependable, coal. Which is the cheapest form of energy? Renewables or coal? His response, coal. We've seen it time and time again. Germany had to learn the hard way. They're building coal-fired plants. And folks, for those that the oil and gas, and I'm a big supporter of those industries, that are fearful of this, if you think this is over with coal, you're a fossil fuel, and they're coming for you next. They're coming for you next. And it's time we take a stand to take care of our people because, like it or not, we've become dependent on electricity. We go in panic mode if our electricity goes out for a few hours. And if we want the cheapest form of energy, the most reliable form of energy, and with all the scrubbers and things going on, we're producing the least amount of carbon into the atmosphere using coal than we ever have since the beginning of coal-fired plants. This is a good piece of legislation. This protects our fossil fuel industry, and this is not something that's going to go out and raise the rates like they've been telling you all at home that your energy bills are going to go up. It's just not the case. It's a sky is falling myth that's put out there. So I urge this body to support this piece of legislation, support Eastern Kentucky. Think of all the coal severance tax that's been spent across this state for years and years and years, millions of dollars. Nobody was complaining when that money was coming in. They love that coal coming out of the ground. They love that coal coming out of the ground, and you sure had your hand out for your part. So I urge you to support Senate Bill 4. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.